see the given sentence means when the chemical changes is happen, so that generally we are writing in the sentence formation. This sentence how to write into the short form, that we known as chemical equation. So how to write it, that chemical equation? For example, if you take this one, calcium oxide when react with water will get calcium hydroxide. So what is the formula of calcium oxide? What is the formula for calcium oxide? When calcium and oxygen combines, we will get the calcium oxide, that is a compound. So that compound you must write it. So what is the compound? Calcium and oxygen. So calcium element and the oxygen element, these two are combining. In that elements, the atoms are combining and forming as a compound. So first you write it as chemical formula of calcium oxide plus water. How will get water? When hydrogen and oxygen combines, we'll get water. So that is always that to get water, we should get 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. Then only we will get the quantity of water. When reactions taking place, calcium, we will get new substances, calcium hydroxide. So this, what is the formula for calcium hydroxide? CaOH twice. You get CaOH twice. This is the symbolic representation of the chemical change by using the symbols. This is known as chemical equation. If you take a chemical equation, here the substances which are participated in the chemical reaction, means calcium oxide and water, are known as reactants. We'll call it as reactants. These two are known as reactants. So when the reactions taking place, we'll get always new substances. That we'll call it as, after the reaction, what are the substances are forming, that we will call it as products. We'll call it as products. So here what are the reactants and what are the products, here I clearly mentioned. Now how to separate the reactants and the products? By indicating an arrow. Here by indicating an arrow. Arrow indicates left side of the arrow. Here it is very important, where is the head of the arrow is there. You can write sometimes that arrow along like this also you can write it. So you don't confuse. First you find out where is the head of the arrow. So that where the head of the arrow is there, that side means this is side, reaction is taking place. From left to right, the reaction is taking place, means these two are combining and forming this new substances. And the head of the arrow side, what are the substances are there, that will call it as products. We'll call it as products. So don't confuse reactants, products, and these two are separated by the arrow mark. Next, in a chemical equation, when you observe, is the number of atoms of the reactants and the products are same or not, you find out. Here when you take 1 atom of calcium, if you take here, what are the elements are participating, atoms of the elements. Here the calcium element, oxygen element, hydrogen element are participating. So when you find out the reactants side and the products side, just you observe. Calcium on the reactant side, how many are there? 1 is there. And the right side, 1 is there. And in the reactant side, oxygen, how many are there? 1, and here 1. 2 are there. And in the product side also, 2 are there. And coming to hydrogen, 2 are there, and in the product side also 2 are. So after writing a chemical equation, you must check it, the reactant side and the product side, the number of atoms of the particular elements are same or not. You first find out. Here in this equation, they are same. For example, if I take one more example, for example, when hydrogen gas combines with oxygen gas, we will get water. In this, if you find here hydrogen is 2, here 2, here oxygen is 2, but here 1 only. Here the number of atoms on the left hand side is not equals to the number of atoms on the right hand side. So when you're writing a chemical equation, you must check it. The number of atoms should be same. Why? Because here in all these elements, whatever the elements if you are taken, atom is the smallest particle. Atom is the smallest particle. So when an element is involving a chemical equation, the element is not involving. Atoms are involving in the chemical equation. So that's why you must balance. You must balance, and at the same time, the mass of the compound is due to the presence of this number of atoms only. So that's why when a chemical reaction taking place, you must balance the number of atoms on the left hand side and the number of atoms on the right hand side. And according to the law of conservation of mass, we have one more theory. Law of conservation of mass, energy is neither created nor destroyed, but always it changes from one form to the another form. So that's why always you must balance. Okay, it is easy to write a chemical equation, but when after writing the chemical equation, always you must check it whether the equation is balanced or not. Sometimes obviously the equations may be balanced, but sometimes you must balance it. So to balance a chemical equations, we have some steps, we have to follow the steps. Now I am going to explain how to balance a chemical equation.